Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. But if you're new here, I am a single woman with a single income and I'm in debt. I am documenting my budgeting and debt payoff journey here on YouTube. So if you think you're interested in following me along, hit the subscribe button. I'd love to have you around. Okay, so apologies for how disheveled I look today. It has been a snow week. It's snowed in Atlanta and we do not know how to act when it snows. I mean, when I tell you the entire city shuts down, it really does. It's the black ice and stuff really gets us, so it becomes a little dangerous, and schools closed, the roads closed, and they told us all to work from home. So I've been in my pajamas and my sweats all week. I can't say that it hasn't been a relaxing week. And also this week they've started on the retaining wall, and they've also started doing the paths this is a little extra. This wasn't like a repair that I needed, but I asked them to do like a pathway to get to my fence, and they're doing all of that today too. So retaining walls going up this week, as they started on, they came on Tuesday for a little bit, and then once it started snowing, they took off and went home. And then Wednesday there's no way. Yesterday they came and they started the real demo of like taking everything down, and today it's going up, and so far it looks so good. It looks so good. I'm really happy that I'm getting this done. The other thing that we've talked about too is the seating and stuff. They've done the leveling of like the back and the front, so we're going to talk about like seating and all of that stuff later. So pretty good. I'm happy. I'm really happy. So that's updates on the repairs, and I think that's the last thing that I need to get done, actually. So cool. All right, so I wanted to talk about today. I was going to go over my spending, but we're not going to talk about that. We'll talk about that next week when I wrap up the month, because I wanted to talk about, one, I got my first real paycheck, and I was pretty dang close. So I predicted $4,400, and my first paycheck is $2,219, which means that a normal spending month for me is $4,438, which is great. I was pretty close, but I am going to still do $4,400 budget because and this is what I wanted to talk about today. This is like new debt payoff strategy, new budgeting strategy, and all of that stuff. So budgeting and saving strategy. All right, so I met with my CPA earlier this week, and we just did like a preliminary thing for like my taxes and all of that stuff. And before I started working with my CPA, I was with someone else who did an okay job, but every year I ended up owing money. Like I always ended up owing the government like a few $100s here, whatever. And since I've started working with the CPA, this is my 6th year now with him. He's been amazing at like giving me that professional guidance and like suggestions and things. So I'm going to make a little tweak to my 401k contribution so that I contribute that extra $38 to my 401k, because the goal for me every year is to break even. And this year, I think, just based on the paperwork and everything that I gave him so far, I'll get a refund of like $70 or something. So pretty spot on, like on the money. He's been pretty good at that. So I don't personally want to get tax refunds because something about lending anybody, even the government, my money without interest bothers me. But I would prefer to just break even. I don't want to owe, and I don't want to get back. I want to break even. I want to pay my dues and move on. And that brings me to my next topic. And so my CPA, I mean, I trust his opinion. He's been so good about giving me lots of suggestions and things, which is why I also didn't feel too bad about taking the 401k loan, because he didn't see like any red flags of anything. You know, I don't want to say encouraged it, but said that it was a good option and all of that stuff. So but based on his professional opinion, the tax, I guess, law or whatever that was implemented back in 2017, I think expires this year. And so there'll be a new tax plan that will come in, and based on his reading and his research and his calculations and his expertise, he predicts that the majority of the people that go to him as for CPA and accounting will end up paying taxes. And because of that, you know, and I'm one of those people. So because of that, he does not want me to be scared or surprised next year when I pay taxes. So based on his calculations and just his preliminary stuff and my salary and, you know, what my, you know, all of my tax deduction stuff that he can do, he thinks I'll end up paying about $2,800 next year. So he goes, you know, so he was like, well, you can do one of two things. We can, you know, adjust your 401k contributions so you get a little bit less, or you can just start saving, and use your save in your high yield savings account, and then, you know, make a little bit off of it, but then, you know, you'll end up having to make a payment next year. So totally up to you and like what you decide to do. We can adjust your withholding, all of that stuff. So I think I would feel safer just because we don't know what the actual money is or amount is. But you know, like I said, I trust him. He's been great the past 6 years, and I've broken just about even every year, and he's amazing with numbers. I mean, like, he's like really smart guy. Like, I say guy because he's like my age. He's a little bit older than me, but yeah, he's been amazing, and I think that's going to affect my debt payoff strategy. So this is what my next topic is. And the debt payoff strategy will have to be adjusted starting in February. So if you recall, I'm going to pay $1,600 for my home loan, $800 for my car note or my car loan, and then my first initial payment for my student loan will be $465. That's not going to change. The second payment is the one that I was like, well, you know, I'm going to target $465. I'm going to, you know, do that. But being that I will probably most likely end up needing to pay Uncle Sam next year. So let's say I want to save $2,800. I'm going to need to budget $233. let's just say $235. So that second payment will no longer be $465. Second payment will be $230. So that means that the new snowball payment will be $695. And that just means that I'm really going to have to stick to my budget every month and use my bonus to supplement my income if I need it. I've also thought about, like, why don't I just, leave my bonus there and just keep paying off debt or use that. But it's like the same thing if you think about it, because if I don't use my bonus money and I use spending from $465, I'm still using that money. So it's like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And it is what it is, right, at this point. So that's the update. So as much as I want to contribute more and pay off more debt faster, it's going to just slow down a little bit starting in February. But I think I'm still on target to pay off my student loan in April, even with this change. So that's the update. It's a roller coaster, man. It is a roller coaster. I want to start getting good news. I feel like every month I've had bad news. I think since November I've had some bad news, but it's okay. I'm just thankful that I have a well-paying job, that I have benefits. I'm thankful that I am able to do this, and that I have some expertise and professional opinions that can give me their guidance and suggestions and save me, right? Instead of being surprised next year, I'll be ready for it. And if anything, I hope that this is just gonna make me smarter, with finances, and I hope that, again, I'm not saying everybody has to do this, and I don't want to scare anybody or anything like that. I mean, everybody has a different tax situation, tax bracket, tax, story. Everybody's got a different thing. So I strongly encourage you all to do what's best for you and your families, and to start looking into it now, so that you don't want to be surprised next year either, right? So, but that is the end of this video. It's okay, it's okay. It's gonna be fine. I'm very thankful, and I have a roof over my head. I have food on the table. My dog is cared for, and I'm safe and healthy, and my family is too. And that, at the end of the day, that's most important. That is most important. So anyway, if you're on your own budgeting or debt payoff journey and you enjoyed this content, please hit the subscribe button, and I hope that you are all successful this week and every week, and I will catch you guys in the next one, where we'll do my monthly wrap up, and you guys will find out whether or not I stuck to my budget and what my bills and everything look like, and what went out the door this month. All right, so if you are in the South and you had snow, did you guys get stuck in your houses too? Let me know. Maggie had the zoomies. It was the cutest thing ever. But I hope that you are all safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.